to NMB Takoyaki Party Special Edition. This is day 2 of our NMB
Hotel room edition.
Hotel sex. No, not sexy time. Day 2 of our 10th anniversary coverage. And so on day 2 we had the Next Generation members concert and Akarin's Grad concert. So we're just going to do these both in one episode, kind of spend like maybe about half and half on each one. Not going to go as detailed the set list as we did with the 10th anniversary concert. Mostly just because I think most of the surprises were they kind of blew their load in the first concert. But yeah, so let's kick things off with
speaking of blowing your load,
Loliconcert.
What were you doing during this concert?
Yeah, so this was in the afternoon and started at noon, so a bit early for normal concert.
I guess we don't need to go give the background of it, right? Because listen to the previous episode.
Yeah, if you want the background.
Wait, let's. So one thing I realized looking at the Discord today is that some people don't know what the Loliconcert is about. So maybe we should explain that.
Yeah, they only know what Loliconcert, but they think we're actually talking about Lolicons and not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your fault. You keep fucking calling it Loliconcert. Now people don't understand what it means.
But yeah. I mean, like I said, and the whole story, yeah. So it's the Next Generation member concert, which basically it's a 5th generation, 3rd draft, 6th generation, and 7th generation members.
Concert, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
38 members, which is basically the majority of NMB. Which is, I guess that's your thing. This is Next Generation, and it's like literally the majority of NMB.
Not to get ahead of ourselves, but I thought it was really funny when they were like, we want to do another concert as the Yoshida group, and it was like, well, eventually you're gonna be the actual NMB.
Give it a year.
Yeah,
so it's just like we want to do a concert.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I know. Give it a year. You're probably gonna be like the actual NMB. So
yeah. So then, just to get into the concert, so they just did a bunch of group songs. We're not really talking about those. They
started pretty normal until this.
They threw a curveball at us with "Girls Rule," the infamous Nogizaka song, because it's the only good Nogizaka song.
Oh, you're
I'm throwing rocks over at the slope,
yeah.
and just rolling down the hill.
That's for you, Josh.
That's for you, Josh. Shout out to Josh. Girls Rule. Hey, I mean, he likes that song. I don't know. And I was like, okay, yeah. Because I mean, Quintet did this at one of their concerts as well. So it's not unfamiliar ground for NMB. But this was really hype.
I really wanted to cheer during this.
Yeah.
Is there a call for this?
Yeah, it's like literally the only Sakamichi song that has any kind of call and response. That's why it's the only good Sakamichi song.
Unfortunately, we're not allowed to call.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in case anyone was wondering, like we still are not allowed.
Yeah, we're still under like social distancing measures.
Yeah. Yeah, listen to the previous episode.
Yeah, about clapping and batting and
I don't
stuff.
know why you're listening to this without listening to that one.
Hey, maybe
that one's better, by the way. Spoiler, that one's better. Listen to that one.
Stop, listen for an hour, and then come back.
Put the link in the corner.
Yeah. So Girls Rule is cool. Then they moved on to a set of songs, units, but the units are by generation. And
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, they went reverse chronological order from newest to oldest. Starting off with 7th gen.
Starting off with the best song.
Yeah, if you're Andy. Andy's...
Yes, I'm channeling Andy. So.
Andy Lee's best song of NMB 48, Peak.
Yeah. Except, 7th gen fucked it up.
Well, just one member, so... And I noticed it... You guys probably noticed it because you were looking at, Fuwa or whoever, Yuna, or whatever. I was looking for Misaki the whole time, and... So she was in the back row, last position in the back row, far corner. I'm like, okay, maybe just, not... doesn't have the stage presence yet, or not quite up to par. Yeah, she's not quite up to par. She was very off rhythm, off beat, everyone's kind of grouped together in their normal positions, but she's kind of a little bit far off. So I noticed that I'm like, oh, she seems kind of out of sync with everyone else.
That's very charitable of you. Man.
Yeah, and I'm like,
out of sync.
And then as the more I watched her, I guess like the concerts went on, I'm like, oh, yeah, she's like not good at dancing, seemingly. So I started like feeling bad, and I know like, okay, well, Akira Sensei is probably watching this, and he's probably raging so hard. Like I'm like, oh. So I feel really sad for Misaki.
I was telling Matt that I look forward to the episode of the documentary about this.
Yeah,
because there's definitely gonna be one.
Yeah, and I told you guys this week between like when we had our lunch between the concerts or whatever. Like, I noticed that, and you guys, oh, I didn't really notice that. And then you guys noticed again in the Akarin concert when, which we'll get to that later, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, so it did peak. But I think it's just maybe because peak is kind of a hard song to do.
I mean, in fairness, it's a hard song.
Yeah,
so
I can understand. You're not going to be getting done in your first, even though I think it was part of their auditions anyway. If you watched the documentary, yeah. So 7 Jin did that. Then 6 Jin did Teppen Durante, and then.
There wasn't really anything special about it. I mean, Suchan was the center, I guess. That just like cemented her.
They were wearing the costumes too, right? Like the Yankee. So like
they were already wearing the Yankee.
Yeah, because like Harukan was wearing the tube top thingy with the red biker.
The red biker coat. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what everyone knows. Yeah, and then they did Jujo.
Draft 3 did Junjo under 19.
JoJo under 19. Which Jeff had a comment about this, right?
The intro sounds really similar to like Teppen Totande, so I thought they were gonna do the same song with each generation and see who did it best.
Yeah, and then they moved on to Ha, which another
best song
of this set probably. So this was kind of this whole trend, like on these like 3 songs, the last 3 songs, they're all going for like the whole like Yankee kind of. Yeah. Cool girl songs, like okay, and then they kind of like brought in
with just like with the outfits, right? You knew that they were going to be doing Majiska.
Yeah, I guess I totally forgot because I have not heard that song in forever.
Yeah,
because they did it in like
I think it was 7th
Arena Tour, the one with Yukirin, 2014 or 15, something one of those. 15, yeah. So I remember that. So like, they're definitely going to be doing Majijo Teppen Blues.
Yeah.
And so,
but they kind of like the build up to it was actually pretty good. Just like they had each generation do their song, and then they had like it went to an MC, and then I think it ended with 5th Gen. Like, we're the best gen.
Yeah,
we are the future of NMB. No one's better than us. Who are these all the idiots? And then like
and then 7th Gen comes out.
Well, no, was it 7? No,
7th Gen was the first one.
The first one.
Yeah, and they were like, actually, you guys are
a bunch of boomers.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. We're the freshest gen. We're the newest gen.
Yeah. And then 6th Gen comes out.
And on their Piro bikes. They're like a biker gang when they're doing the Piro.
I didn't notice it was Piro. I noticed the bike stuff. I didn't notice the Piro.
I knew it was Piro. I didn't think it was bikes.
I think because I think they come off as like biker gangs. Yeah. And I'm like, that's hilarious. Which they kind of tease that with like the little like teaser videos on Twitter before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently there were a lot of teasers on Twitter that I didn't catch.
Yeah.
For all the units.
Yeah, they did it for all the units, and then the generations did stuff, and I'm like, okay. And then then
3rd Gen comes out.
3rd draft came out, and
what did 3rd draft do? Like nothing. And just like, oh no, we are actually the freshest.
Wakapone did rock. Oh well, they did like their own like kind of like appeal thing. Yeah. I think going by that, I mean,
and then they were like fighting, right?
Yeah, started fighting.
It was really funny too because like they had like scripts and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then
they kind of like going like.
And then you could tell, right, like 7th Gen was like so new, right? So they were like, obviously they were really nervous about like doing it.
They
were even calling it Ayan-san or something. Like they're still respecting them even though they're fighting.
Yeah.
And
there's like this whole like meta commentary I think with it too. Like, 'cause as fans, we probably like, okay, we actually know like probably 5th Gen or D3 are probably the strongest generations of these groups or whatever. So. I think they did applause. I think D3 got like the loudest like applaud.
When because D3 is I guess like the most.
Because you have like Wakapone, Mikana.
Yeah, and I thought the funniest part was like I think it was like Mochan, like one 7th gen girl. I think it was Mochan. She was like saying something to 5th gen.
Yeah.
Like you guys suck or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Ayan said something like, "Why are you so
monotone?"
Yeah, it's like なんか棒読みで何言ってんの? So like like it was so because it's true, right? It was really funny because it was like, why do you sound so rehearsed?
Yeah. And then they kind of transitioned into like
talent portion.
Yeah, like talent portion, like their appeal for each generation. So what was the order? Was it 5th?
I started with 5th. Yeah, I started with 5th.
And they had like Coconut did like kind of the Aishiteru like kind of.
Oh yeah. Coconut was like I think Ayan was the leader of 5th gen. Look how cute Coconut is. Like, come on, Coconut, show them how cute you are.
Yeah, and like fish everyone. Yeah. And then Ayan went out and did like a karate punch or whatever.
And then it was 7th gen, wasn't that guy?
No, what's 7th gen? No, it was
6th gen.
The order doesn't matter that much.
Yeah,
whatever.
6th gen went out, but actually 6th gen was really funny. Just
it was very good. Akarin, go!
everyone knows what's coming.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh shit, it's coming," and then she does like, "Piro beam." It's like we couldn't the audience couldn't react anyways, but it was like, "Oh shit."
But my favorite part also along with that, then because Mirako. She was like the hype man for Akarin. It's like, oh shit! Like I'm like, you see that, Peter? And then 6.
It was
D3.
No, it was Sadharu.
Sadharu. Oh, she did a fucking ballet bullshit.
Yeah. And then they called on 7th gen.
No, then it was 7th gen. Then it was 6 D3.
Was Misaki the last? Oh yeah. Then it was D3.
D3 and
D3 was Wakapon.
Oh, Wakapon did Rakugo.
Yeah.
And it was like a story about like how the other generations were.
No, there's something about Mahjong.
Oh, about Tevin Tozan Day.
D3 is the best, whatever.
Yeah. And then Mikana came out and Izulu was like, oh, she's so beautiful.
She's like she doesn't even need to talk.
And then they had like a special like fairy dust effect or whatever. Like the camera zoomed in on her.
Yeah.
And then all like I think Diva like fell down from like their hearts.
Her beauty.
Yeah. And then 7th gen came out and
it was Anju. I think
did
like the weird
freaking like backflip, like
the cartwheel with no hands.
Yeah. I think it's a backflip, isn't it?
Is it a backflip?
It's
I have no idea what's
called. Flip, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
well,
like
it's a side.
some like Power Rangers
bullshit,
black Power Ranger guy dance move somersault shit.
Yeah.
And then there came out
and then Misaki.
We also got an English speaker. And then they had Misaki come out and then she like basically trashed everyone in English and they couldn't understand. It's like, I speak English and
it's supposed to be funny and it's supposed to be funny because like no one understands it.
Yeah.
And then because she was saying like everyone's so dumb, like
you don't know English. Only smart people know English.
Yeah.
And because you guys don't know English, you guys aren't smart. Obviously, calling them dumb, but you can't really say. I guess probably it's like
they're idols. They can't call people dumb.
Yeah, or probably like when she was like coming up with the script, she was probably like trying to be nice, because it sounds super it sounds super forced, rehearsed or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like going, yeah.
It was really funny because
everyone else around us was silent.
Yeah.
I'm like laughing.
Matt and I are cracking up because we know how lame it sounds in English.
Yeah.
So it was really funny because like I wasn't sitting with Jeff and Matt. I was like kind of behind.
You were like a block away from us.
Yeah, I was a block away, and it was like. When Misaki was doing the English, right, and then Matt like stood up, he's like, "Wah!"
I'm waving her pen lines, her pink, purple, yellow pen lines.
And then like I was with my friend, and it was like, "Oh shit, that's Matt." So.
Yeah, but the whole reaction and is like Kojin comes out and it's like, "No," like, wait, what'd you say?
And then like Ayan was like. Kojin, did you know what she said? No.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah,
and that started.
And then it accumulated. It became Majijo Teppen Blues.
Yeah.
And this actually I think was like probably the best one. Maybe it's because I was in the moment, but it felt like the best.
The Piro Piro.
Machijo Tevin Blues.
Which one did you enjoy?
Kojin.
Because the song.
The solo.
The solo.
She sang the solo. That was really cool.
Yeah,
that
that's probably the best moment of that whole thing.
You didn't like the Piro Piro.
Piro Piro. Or the Are You Ready?
Oh yeah, there was an.
She also got her.
To explain, like a few members, like during breaks and parts of the song, there's like solo lines.
Yeah,
and the members say things about like their catchphrase or something.
Yeah.
It's tradition, right? That you always like say something.
Yeah, like in the Tevin Machijo Tevin Blues, it's from like the drama, and they're in character, and like they're saying like they're.
Yeah, but they changed it up, right? And then, so apparently not all girls got lines. I guess like Somisaki's got lucky that she got a line.
Yeah, and it was like I think like 20 of them.
Yeah, probably 20
out of the 38.
Yeah. So if you know the song, you know like the important parts of the song are like the first one.
Yeah.
Because I think that's Achan one.
Yeah.
And then there's like the Takashi Minami one. Takashi Minami one, which is the
Ghost
the song.
Takamina,
No, it's the song. The part that Kojirin sang that was Takamina.
Yeah.
And then the very, very last one
is like Jurina's.
Yeah, it's Jurina's
and
line.
it was Koken. No, not Koken. Koken was Achan, but Suchan?
No, Mikana's the last one.
Mikana was the last one, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's just like Teppen Torashite Morao yo.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like the whole like solo chart part with Kojin is just because it's from that song and it's like she's all like angelic, so she's like on the rising platform, and there's a spotlight above her, so like she's like rising. Like, oh.
Yeah, that was good.
I think like I've warmed up more to Kojin like in the
because of the past 3 days.
yeah, and I guess I think maybe the past year maybe just like okay, she actually is like. She actually is like I think a leader
because you had to
for like you have this new batch of NMB.
As a Sayaka, you had high expectations.
I guess so.
I mean, if you're, I mean, you should never compare anyone to Sayaka, I guess.
Yeah. Well, previous Sayaka, previous NMB era Sayaka, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so I think that's definitely the whole highlight of this entire concert was this.
Okay, so next is the
units.
Song. Yeah. So
the Twitter
units.
Talk about the Twitter.
Okay,
teasers.
So explain
Twitter teasers.
Teasers work.
So on Twitter, they had each unit do like a quick little video just introducing the units, and
and they were kind of giving hints on what the song is, but they're not really.
Yeah, I did. No, I didn't know these songs.
They basically announced the themes and the members.
Yeah,
and
they have like
some hints.
you have like the Buriko group. You have like you have Raisin Dentures. The group. You have.
Oh my god, I'm gonna call them that now.
Yeah,
Raisin Dentures.
That's what we already established
you get
before.
Stuck in your teeth.
Yeah. They had what was it Nande and then like the kind of like jokester kind of.
Yeah, they had like the comedy group, and then there's the
idol
group, and then there's like the
Kyuseis were all
the
one.
Yankee group was like Kokona's group.
Yeah,
right? And
Ken Kyusei were all one group.
Yeah, and then the Ken Kyusei, and then like the sexy group.
Yeah.
And then Double Yamamoto.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess maybe let's just go around and like let's talk about like the units that like caught our eye.
I guess, yeah. Jeff?
Yeah. So the yes.
Moving on.
So their teaser was like the idol. Like they were supposed to be cutesy. But, I mean, these 4 members, Kojirin, Nanaho, Marin, and Mion, are not...
Well, maybe not Mion.
Not really, like, the cutesy idol type. But they were, like, Mion. All pretending to be in the teaser. And they even voted, like, oh, pick a cute pose we were going to do.
Yeah.
Like a Buriko pose. But then they ended up doing Namida no Hyomen Shoujo.
Which is, like, one of the coolest songs you can have.
But then, like, during the middle of the song, they did their cute poses.
Yeah.
So they talked about this. I didn't actually notice because I didn't see the survey.
Yeah, they let you vote on Twitter like which pose they would do.
What did yours win, Jeff?
Not for Nanaho. I didn't.
Okay, is that 2 choices? Yeah.
I didn't vote for the stupid like they call it the cavity pose because you like hold one side of your mouth.
Yeah.
Like your mouth hurts from a cavity.
Yeah.
It sounds dumber in English. I mean, it's pretty dumb in Japanese, but it sounds dumber in English.
Alright.
So what about you, Matt?
I think I did like the jokester group.
Which one was
Tengoku Yado.
Yeah.
NMB Takoyaki.
Yeah, it's just real funny.
Yeah.
And they all like
Got
failed
the quiz or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what
it was like they had to make a joke, and then the
funny.
staff would decide if it was funny or not, and they all failed.
Yeah.
Like Suzu even did like the Nana joke with the crow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, it's a Gainian joke. That's a steep cut.
Yeah, there's secrets all over these concerts.
Yeah.
Even though this is for like the newer fans or whatever.
It is for the junior fans, except like boomers.
They gotta keep us interested somehow.
Yeah. Is there anything else that caught your eye?
Besides, I guess there's an obvious one that you're gonna probably pick.
Yeah. It's the best one.
Double Yamamoto.
Yeah.
The one that you called and you got your dream. Well, what did you want? Did you want Water Key?
No, I didn't want Water Key. I wanted double Yamamoto, but I didn't want Water Key.
Your monkey paw wish didn't
it was my
work
fucking
out.
It was like when the Water Key music started. Oh fuck no! And then Ion showed up, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
double
come
fuck.
on.
No. But then it stopped.
Yeah,
right.
then,
We've seen this trick before, and then
the thing is, exactly. We've seen this trick before, and we saw it yesterday.
Yeah, well, not to the same level though. It was like the Water Coco Wasu Wapi.
Yeah.
From last year, from 9th Gen.
Yeah, I'm so over Water Key. I mean, I was just talking yesterday about how I loved the Milky version, right? But no, I'm like so over Water Key.
Yeah.
But I wish they did something like Demo no Namida or
that'd
be good.
No,
right?
I can't go down this path with you.
What?
I hate that song.
What?
Yeah, it's AKB enough. This is annoying.
It's a great song.
You gotta do
the hands, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it.
Anyways, whatever. It doesn't have to be Demo no Namida. It could have been.
That's a bad example to use.
It could have been Tomodachi.
Okay. And now I'm back on the road. I will say that with all the units, it's more so the generation.
But just want to say that they got on Matome, and I had nothing to do with it, Jeff. So
the double
Yamamoto.
Yeah, and actually they even did instead of doing Water Key, they said Yamamoto.
Yamamoto, and then they did the Yama pose.
Yeah, they did, the
mountain.
Okay. But yeah, I'll say as also units as a whole. I was lucky that I had at least a favorite girl in each
unit,
each generation. So for me, for Penlight purposes, actually, I could change it as separate instead of having when it's a group song and I had to mix and pick one. But generally, I was Akarin the whole concert. But yeah.
So did you enjoy Rena Higai Todoke?
The sexy unit.
Yeah.
Did you understand the stickers shit?
Yeah.
At first, I was like, why the fuck is she showing her armpits?
Yeah, that's what I noticed, yeah. Because actually, before they revealed what the secrets were, I was like, wait, it's a weird, red circle thing on who was it? Mew's, armpit. And it's like a welt or a hickey or something. On her armpit. I'm that's a really weird... And also, why would you show that, in the middle of a concert, right?
Yeah. No, apparently, they had stickers on their body.
They said this in their teaser video, where are we gonna stick the stickers?
Okay, I didn't even understand the teaser video because it's just weird ASMR radio talk show bullshit. ASMR shit. So I'm this. I went from being interested from this group to not caring about the group, and then I see this.
But the song itself is really good. I really like the song. I talked about this before. The song is really cool, and then I like the outfits and everything. So I was happy that they did it.
Yeah.
Rather than because I was dreading that they were gonna fucking do Zipper with 5 people or something.
Yeah. But yeah, we did get more Piero from that.
Yeah.
Because Akarin's sticker was I didn't see a sticker.
On her fingers.
Yeah, she said Piero.
And obviously Suchan's was on her boobs.
Yep.
And it was so weird. If you didn't understand the sticker shit, you would think why the fuck is the camera zooming in on her boobs?
Boobs or under her leg or whatever, or armpit. Yeah. Yeah.
So
is there anything else, Jeff?
Nanden and Idol. So Hiracho, as we know, was announced that she would miss all the concerts just a
couple days ago.
before.
Yeah.
So, but then it was obvious from their teaser video they were doing Nandan and Idol.
Yeah, with all the Kenkyusei basically.
Yeah, and it was obvious that she and Manati would have been the two main singers. So instead, Yunana took her place.
Yeah, we were actually talking like, oh, wonder who will take over for Hinacho, and we were guessing like, you know, Mirai or like Marion or someone like that, right? Like who's like the theater girl types who can like learn steps very fast. Yeah. But you know, they actually threw a curveball, right? And they got like a 7th gen to do it, which was like really. I thought it was really impressive because she was better than Manati.
Yeah.
It's like, that says a lot about Manati, but. Yunana was better than Manati. I think I don't know what's wrong with Manati because like she couldn't say the lines properly.
She has braces still, so maybe still.
you could tell she was struggling.
Yeah.
I mean, she was probably like super nervous, right? It was like the biggest stage.
I mean, she also hasn't really been in the big.
She's been sick for a long time.
Yeah, or it was on a hiatus for a year. Yeah. Last year. Okay. Yeah, so let's move on then. This other song. They did the Sakamichi AKB song.
So after that, they did like medley songs, I guess.
Yeah.
And then all the Jisedai swapped around being center.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this one was like Sakamichi AKB song, and Kokona was the center of it, of course. Because this song is like the best Sakamichi AKB 1/16. So if the best song.
Yeah, if Girls Rule is the best Sakamichi song, this is the best Sakamichi AKB song.
Yeah, well, 1/16 of it.
Yeah. 1/16, that's good.
Yeah. But yeah. I enjoyed it because like I think like Kokona is not known for like cool songs, and this is a pretty cool song, right? And you know it's good for her to like show different sides of her.
Yeah, and
then on the opposite side, obviously because if like people don't know, is like basically this entire concert was set up as a double center. Because usually like you have like group songs, right?
Yeah.
And it's set up as a double center because they start with like da-da-da-da. So it's Ayan and Kokona as centers for the entire show.
And they're kind of paralleling each other.
Yeah, even the units, right? It started with Kokona and ended with Ayan.
Yeah. So this next song they did was
Boku Gai, which is Ayan's first Senbatsu song.
Yep.
She centered it. So
no, she didn't.
This time.
This time she centered it.
Yeah.
I thought you said...
No, of course not. In her airdrop, she's not reading Paul.
That's like... That's true.
Peace be on her.
Peace be on her.
Yeah. But it definitely is a very different version of this song, just because it's not a Sayaka, so it's like you associate this song with her.
Yes, they changed the choreo, so they had Akane-san do the choreo again, She also did the choreo for Dance Balls Live.
Oh, that's why. So, like, I thought it was so weird because it did look like Boku Gai and Dareka.
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
It's too intense for
it's
the
too
kids.
hard? Like,
it is
like
really
this,
hard.
Right?
It is really hard.
And they can't do the cool back roll. That's the biggest.
Yeah, that's right. I was waiting for the back roll.
Like, who is she going to back roll off of?
Yeah. Who was the Ayan position?
I don't remember.
I was looking the whole time. I was trying to find.
I was trying to figure out who was the Ayan position because that was like the featured position in that single.
Yeah. I was waiting for the original choreo to see like Naho destroy everyone else,
but no,
no. But then there was a nice palate cleanser with "Who Wrote the People," which I was really happy about.
Kato centered though. Matt's
that's my monkey paw. That's my monkey paw. It could have been better, but I like it.
I thought like Psycho was your best song.
No, fuck that song. I hate that song now.
Well, I thought you liked that song.
I like the idea of it.
You loved it in the 7th anniversary.
Yeah. And then never again.
And then they did a bunch of
more group songs, medley, and then encore.
Yeah, so but I guess we could talk about the encore, like same as yesterday. But this one is like a little bit better.
Yeah, we learned.
There was actually a beat.
Yeah,
you were like,
yeah.
So it was like NMB,
NMB.
So that was the beat because like it was really hard. How can you do like 48, right? NMB.
Oh, because it sounds the same. It's just like 1, 2, 3, 1.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Which then also is the same for encore.
Koru. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but at least there was a beat this time.
Yeah.
Because yesterday was like super guda.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they did. They came out and
then Ryan's favorite song. Well, not anymore. I don't think it's been water keyed.
It's been okay.
No.
At least they didn't do it in the Akarin concert.
Yeah, so it's Niji no Tsukurikata.
Yeah, it's Niji no Tsukurikata. Best song ever.
But it's become a generic young member song.
Yeah, I guess if they can't do Yume wa Negenai, they have to do Niji no Tsukurikata.
Yeah, which I like probably the biggest. I guess it's probably not. Yume wa Negenai wasn't in this set list at all.
Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't notice
That's why I was expecting that to be like one of the last songs.
Yeah, I was expecting it. But then if you think about it though, like then who's gonna say Gambare? That's always the problem though. It's like who the fuck is gonna say Gambare?
I think it would have been Koji probably.
Yeah, but she's supposedly part of the next gen. Like you would have had to
she's
have
the
like
leader.
Akarin come out or something
Or
and say Gambare.
or have everyone say Gambare like they
did yesterday.
Yeah, but then they already did that though, so.
Yeah, so that's the problem. There's too much meaning attached to that song, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So like it's all the joke is always like, oh, is Zaya coming out? Yeah, I think they boxed themselves in the corner with the Gambare part. I mean, Yume wa Negenai is a good song, and because of the Gambare part, they just kind of boxed themselves in.
Yeah. Because I always like want to call that song like Seishun no Lap Time 2. It's kind of like the new. It's like the new generation of that.
There. But I guess Niji no Tsukurikata is more for the fresh whatever.
Yeah.
Basically, we want to feature like the new generation.
Yeah.
Like, look at how fresh everyone is.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they did.
They had a really fucking long MC.
Yeah. Which apparently Discord was thinking it was Rika T was going to announce graduation or Shinshin was going to announce graduation. I'm like, no.
They're not that important.
Yeah.
Like,
you want to do that at this concert.
Yeah. So if anyone was, okay, not that they did, right? But if anyone was going to announce a graduation at this concert, it would have to have been like Ayan or a Kokona or Kojirin level. Like anything other than those three would not have been.
I don't think Ray-chan though.
Ray-chan should probably graduate. Like after these three concerts, if I were Ray-chan, I'd think about graduating.
Yeah,
but I mean that would defeat the whole purpose of this concert, which is to show the future.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then like
I was kind of hoping for like some kind of announcement. Like I wasn't.
Well, I guess we got our kind of weird announcement. Oh, we're gonna do this concert again.
Yeah, I guess
the
so.
pseudo.
But then, like Kojirin basically, she admitted like she just made that up, right? Like she was like, I didn't ask staff about this. Like I just said, I want to do it. I mean,
that's good. Like the members decided to do something on their own.
Yeah, I like it. I like it because like it's like in the idol world, right? As long as you say it, like there's a good chance it will happen.
Yeah.
So I think it will happen again because Kojirin said it will happen.
Yeah, but she also said Kyocera Dome was gonna happen.
Yeah, well, it was.
She wanted it to happen.
So we found out. Jeff, do you have the book?
No,
the photo book or the anniversary book, right?
Yeah, you should have brought it. But apparently, like, there's an interview with. We should talk about this in the actual
podcast. I guess we could probably do our book club.
The book club.
I have to get that book then.
But yeah, there was something there that basically confirmed that we were supposed to get Kyocera this year. Whatever. Moving on.
Yep, and then they did their encore with Namba I, which I do not care for that song. Really.
Yeah, me neither.
And then what was the ending? You know, maybe intentionally. Say she no have time. Like okay, okay. And then we somehow got a double encore.
So, do you guys think it was on purpose or it just happened?
These are always planned. Double encores are always planned,
except for the Yuri one.
Except for the Yuri one.
I mean, because especially this one, they were making us. They would announce like the actual end of the concert and then say because they would.
Because they didn't do the Aisatsu, they didn't do the greeting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That should, I didn't realize that until after the one girl. Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah. So in general. In Japan, like encores always happen. Double encores sometimes happen, but they're planned.
Yeah.
Even though they like repeat the same song.
Yeah.
Like as if like, oh, we didn't prepare an actual extra song.
But they actually did.
Yeah.
But they just repeated Teppen Toda.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. I was actually in the hope, oh, maybe they should do. They wouldn't do it. They should have done Niban Made a Door as a double encore song. But that's like no fucking way. You don't double encore on a ballady song.
You know what? When they were talking about like this song is for like the next generation,
that's why
the new NMB or whatever. I was thinking, oh shit, Matt is gonna get his song,
my dream.
Yeah, I
dream song.
Then he said number I. Oh, okay, now.
Fuck. You went like from the best place possible to the absolute worst. I would have taken Demo Namida at that point over this.
Yeah, it's not a good song, but whatever.
Yeah.
At least it's not Sayane.
Yeah. Or Nekoze.
So I would have enjoyed Sayane actually.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the Loliconcert.
Yeah. So
overall, I felt it was just really fun. It was a really fun concert. It felt like I had a lot of fun. I think I was like, especially during the whole Tabata, I think I was like grinning ear to ear under my mask, just like, man, this is.
For what? When were you grinning for a year?
Tabotai, pretty much all the unit stuff. Like the whole like first half or so, I was like, yeah, this is amazing.
You mean Teppen
no, Majijo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. Actually, I thought I really enjoyed it.
It shattered my expectations,
especially because like I had no horse in the game, so. I was able to more...
say that, Mister. I have a Mikana tab on my Twitter.
Hey,
oh, that's what you saw.
So I'm able to more look at it more objectively, right? And I thought it was like a good concert. There was no like obviously boring parts,
except for the MC.
Yeah, except for the MC. That was fucking
MC.
Boring. But
wasn't the guy next to you falling asleep?
Yes, he did
during the MC.
Even though he's a Yuino Oshi.
Yeah, he was like literally.
Well, he's an old guy.
Yeah, he's old. Yeah.
Anyways, like I thought it was good because it was like showcasing like NMB
the future, which
I mean it's good and bad because if you think about it, like who is left that. Not part of.
They're not mainstream. I think unless you're like already like, pretty deep in the NMB or or fairly recently, even in the group since like Pro 48, for example.
Yeah,
that's how you got in. I feel like you might think I know most of these members, but I think as a mainstream like, lapsed fan, or just mainstream person like you don't know who the hell who's in NMB.
Yeah, so there's this like there's a couple of people I follow on Twitter, right, that were like OG fans.
Yeah.
And they were like so happy about like the 10th anniversary, right? Because it was like super nostalgic, right? But then like with
this concert,
like it was like, oh, I don't know any of these girls, but they're doing nice songs.
Yeah.
And that's the level of it, right? Like from like super happy, like the Sayane is back or whatever, and then to like this, where like, oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, I think it was not offensive. I think it's like, hey, maybe you have some nostalgia. Actually, I gave to it. A friend of mine watched a stream of this, and she's like a Sign Milky fan or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, her one comment is like, oh, this blasphemy of them using the Sayane water key costume and the Milky water key costume, because that's what they're using, like the devil, purple devil. But whatever, that's Sign Milky, breaking the rules, Sign Milky.
I kind of had this thought it came up during the MC, when the long MC with them talking about the future of NMB and all that. Like, in the 48 group system where you have new members coming in, there's good and bad points. Good is that actually the fact that there's all these songs and all these like kind of roles already pre-built into them, new members can kind of slot into them and build up their character more quickly and then attract like existing fans.
Yeah.
But then like you'll also get compared to the original members. So it's like,
yeah, exactly. So, for example, like Kojirin became like the new captain, right? And then basically you get all the expectations of like what Sayaka did before, and then that's not fair to her. But like then she also gained fans though, because like like she's so responsible.
She's the leader type.
Yeah, but I think that her being the leader now, like the whole transition period from the old to the new. And you feel like you just lead this with the Akari graduation and now Taipei graduation. Like those were kind of like the training wheels of going from of her being a leader.
I think you stole that from someone.
I stole it from someone. Yes.
Yeah.
But
Groovy. I think it was Groovy.
Maybe.
Shout out to Groovy.
Yeah, shout out to Groovy. He has a really good insight.
Yeah. It was saying with Akarin's graduation, one of Gojirin's training wheels are off now.
Yeah, and then soon the other one's gonna be off.
Yeah, and Nagisa's
it said Nagisa's the other.
Yeah. It's true. Gojirin's supported by Akarin and Nagisa.
If these members, maybe Miyu, or is Miyu just riding the bike?
No, yeah, she's riding the bike. Yeah, exactly.
She's like the bell. But I think if we went from Sayaka without Akarin or Nagisa still in the group, I think we would be in not a good place.
Yeah.
So I think we are lucky we had this kind of transition period for the last couple years now.
Yeah.
So I think we're better off then. Yeah.
I mean, they have to find their own way. This is basically a new group.
Yeah.
It's basically a new group, and with just the name.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think. I know.
But we didn't rebrand. We didn't rebrand
we didn't some other group. Right? But I think, to be honest, I think even 2021, they should just get it over with.
Rip off the band-aids.
Get Miru and Nagisa out.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a new group now.
Yeah.
So
get rid of the. So is it 4750? How many total?
Total is 49, I think. 48.
Okay, so get rid of those 11.
Yeah.
The dead weight.
The dead weights.
That's two of our two Oshis. You want this podcast to continue?
No, that'll become the new NMB podcast.
But yeah, I mean, okay. Other than the philosophical conversation about that, I thought it was a good concert. And
yeah.
It highlighted a lot of their strengths, and it also highlighted a lot of their weaknesses, which was
yeah.
So, what did you think, Jeff?
Yeah, I enjoyed it overall. I mean, I don't really have a force. I mean, Nao was my second Oshi, but yeah, one of the things, given the role of being the leader in ICM all
for the concert
rehearsals, right? Basically.
Yeah, I could see. She's been kind of doing taking over leadership. So
because she's really responsible.
Yeah. Especially I've noticed in YNN and stuff. She sometimes will be the host of something
she's 14 years old.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
So that's really impressive.
Yeah.
And then that could really breed her for long term
captaincy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good, and as you said, this won't attract new fans really, but it'll help keep more fans.
Keep us from losing fans. Maybe.
I definitely felt I think I can
continue
more casually, but then I would still want to go to concerts and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's why I have more new gen favorites now than old gen favorites.
Yeah, I could see myself going back to.
Ryan shakes his head like this. Your DD days. Waving his Mikana Uchiwa. He's just waving disgust. This is an audio podcast, so I'm just going to paint out the picture for you guys so you guys can see what's happening right now in the room. And on that note, that's going to do it for our coverage of the Next Generation / Loliconcert. And next, let's talk about Akarin's graduation concert, aka the only idol this month who's graduating, who's getting an actual concert with an audience. And it's also a YouTuber.
Fighting words, Matt. Fighting words.
And it's also a YouTuber.
Very specific.
Very specific niche. Yeah, so Akarin's graduation concert, and I think they kind of went guns a-blazing right off the bat with the beginning. The whole intro was really cool with the the umbrellas and then the Japanese, super traditional Japanese dress wear.
Weren't they wearing the Ha outfits?
I think it was.
Yeah. Or those are under, right?
No.
Yeah, it looks like the Ha outfits. Yeah, even though they didn't perform Ha.
Yeah, so that's why I thought they were gonna perform Ha, because I saw the Ha outfits, and then they started with all the umbrella shit. And it was really cool, actually. Like, if you haven't seen it, you should totally watch it because it was really cool. And then Akarin just suddenly pops up in the middle, right? Like some like final boss. And she's wearing like this huge like kimono like thing.
It looks really badass. Like
yeah.
And then as she walks across the stage,
she takes it off. I think she goes to like the main stage and then she takes off the kimono. And underneath that was the original Zetsukuro outfit.
Yep. And then slowly rising from the rising platforms, Sayaka shows up right away. And then Milky, Nana, Keiichi, the whole gang is here.
Haru, Ripopo, Ainya. Anyways, whatever. A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them show up. And like right off the bat, you're like, okay, so this is gonna be like this kind of concert. Like they're like, okay, they're just going for the nostalgia right away.
Yeah, and I thought it was a good thing, like a good technique where basically it sets up the entire concert, right? So like as you said, Matt, right? Like, oh, it's gonna be one of those kinds of concerts.
Yeah.
So there is no more there's no more doubt in you that, okay, this is gonna be like, nostalgia trip.
Yeah. And it's I mean, always like you feel this is like, because yesterday there was the 10th anniversary concert, but you could probably think about like how like Milky had 2 days of graduation concerts. Yeah. So maybe that could have been day 1 of Akarin's graduation concert, and this is day 2. So a lot of the same gimmicks or whatever are still in play.
You know what? I do tend to agree. I think Akarin's graduation can't be separated from 10th anniversary. So we could say like today was 10th anniversary day 2, or yesterday was
Akarin Grad day 1.
Yeah, day 1.
Yeah.
There's
quite a bit of overlap.
Really connected.
So, but unlike yesterday, where the old members start trickling in like later into the show. These ones just right in the beginning.
Because after all the surprises the first day, this is the only way you can top that.
Yeah,
and that's perfectly fine, right? Like not every single concert needs to be. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed this is the nostalgia trip. Like yesterday was like a super massive like nostalgia blast, right?
Yeah.
And as we talked about in the podcast yesterday, right? Like, well, where the hell was Zetsukuro?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here is Zetsukuro.
Yeah. Yeah. So then after that, then they moved into like a new kind of like series of concerts, and like this is titled like Akarin's Youth series, and so we have like Station Lap Time, Matemashita, Nyugaku, Shingaki.
Oh my god!
It's just auto translating in your head.
Yep. Yeah. Well, Shin New. I think it's like Nyugaku, but that's the other kanji. Shigamitsui Seishun, Shigamitsuita Seishun.
Yeah.
AKA Station Lap Time, the soft reboot.
And like every other reboot, it's worse.
I don't know, I like Star Trek 2009, that's a really good...
Turned it into an action movie. Not
yeah, but that's because it made Star Trek like...
modern?
Appealing. Modern and also appealing, because like normal Star Trek is really boring.
Well,
it's all about like just talking, there's no action.
That was the point.
That's the point, yes. Anyway, it made it more approachable.
Sure.
That side, yeah. So yeah, they did all these songs, and like have the Seifuku, the costumes.
I like the outfits. This is the outfit for the Station of Rap Time music video.
And they got it for every member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked really cool because everyone was like the same outfit, all in sync.
Yeah. And because it's Station of Rap Time, right? Everyone is in sync for Station of Rap Time. Like, yep. They will kick you out of NMB if you can't do Station of Rap Time. Now I'm wondering if Misaki can do Station of Rap Time.
Her stumbles from the Loliconcert weren't easily forgotten. Yeah. So then let's move to the next episode. MC, not really.
Well, it says Kawakami here.
But she made the best of it. But the MC was pretty basic, just like recapping what just happened.
Yep.
Like what we're doing.
Instead of 4 girls, though, it's 3 dudes.
Yeah. I thought like Abe, Wakapon's basically like, established herself now. Like she can be part of like, like MC groups and like not feel out of place.
Yeah.
Which is more than I can say for like Shinshin.
Yeah.
Who really did feel out of place.
Alright.
Yeah, and the next
So the
block
next
is
song-
the... No, it's not the song.
This is-
we should introduce the block first.
Okay, so this is the lipstick block?
Yeah, it's a lipstick block.
Yeah, where basically it's like some weird like it's like some kanji, and then I see like a color like red, yellow, brown. I'm like, what's going on? Red again. Wait, what? What's going on here?
I think there were like 3 reds or something.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Because it's lipstick colors, it has to be red.
yeah, that's only lipstick color.
And there's subtle different shades that men will never understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, like I'm like partially like colorblind with like pink and purple. It's magenta. Magenta's the color that fucks me up because I call it pink. People's like, no, it's purple, and they call it purple. Like, no, it's pink. So like on the pin lights, there's like two pinks, and I can't quite tell which one's which. Like one's like a lighter pink, and one's like a darker pink, like hot pink, the Azusa pink. One's Azusa pink and one's Akarin pink. You don't want to mix those up,
Well, like hot pink is Akarin now already.
or just all pink. I guess now.
Yeah, all shades of pink is Akarin.
Yeah.
Anyways, lipstick block. So the idea was basically that, because, Akarin has like the B-Idol, the lipstick stuff, right? And so
Yeah.
she created like a set of songs that are themed towards like a color of her lipstick. And the gimmick is that, she changes her lip color every song as well. Probably why it takes forever for her to change clothes.
Because you have to like wash it off with like water, or is there lipstick remover? Like, or is it
I think
just
so, or like special paper.
I think there's tissue. There's kind of tissue you use.
she just kisses a bunch of like some dude a bunch? I imagine like
Couple of Polaroids.
Cameron.
Yeah, she kisses Cameron.
There's lots of surface.
All
area.
over his head. Just a bunch of like kiss marks. I imagine like Looney Tunes, like Elmer Fudd or whatever, and like Bugs Bunny in drag, like just kisses Elmer Fudd. Like that's what she does between sets.
He's gonna post that on his TikTok.
Oh,
That's a disgusting image. So let's erase that from our minds.
yeah.
So,
So
okay.
Ryan got I'll say this is not your dream scenario. I mean, it had Mikana, and that's good enough.
Yeah, if this was like Ayan, I would have loved this.
Yeah, but instead it was Sujan.
Yeah, so this is the first of the Akarin's toys units.
Playtime.
Yeah,
Akarin's playtime.
Akarin's playtime. So I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably heard us talk about how like Akarin really likes like certain members. So these two are one of those, a set of those.
Yeah.
And she did Dakshimera Ritara. And the thing is, like, it's really nice how they did it too. Like, there's like the makeup set, and then she was like sitting down and then putting makeup on, and then Mikana and Suchan were like walking around her, like, being whatever, sexy.
Yeah. And then I noticed, they had like a GoPro camera or something attached to like the mirror.
Yeah.
And it just like a kind of a weird angle, and also like the shot just felt weird, but okay.
Basically, they put effort into this song, unlike some other songs that we're going to be talking about.
Like the next one. So I think before this concert, Ryan was like saying, "Man, I hope there's no like danceable bullshit in this concert." And he didn't quite get his wish. There's still a bit of it with Yumin and Uka.
Actually,
kind of, like,
as Jeff said, there was even more danceable bullshit this concert than if they just made it one of them. Like, if it was just one song with danceable, that would have minimized the damage.
But they split it.
Yeah, but they split it, so now there's more.
Divide and conquer.
Hey, this was Akarin's choice. She cares. She wants to showcase them. Listen to her.
Well, if she actually wanted to showcase
her decision.
them, she would have done a song with them rather than separately.
So they did this song, and I think it's only noteworthy just because of what the technique they did. Was it?
Yuaku no Gata.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard it was like some kind of SDN song, but I don't really know.
Oh, okay. That explains a lot then.
Yeah.
But what they did is they kind of did like some like cool like tricks, like set up like this like little curtain box thing on the main stage, and then they went inside the stage.
And they were still dancing while inside the stage.
Yeah.
Inside the curtains.
Yeah. And then you can see on the screens like that. Oh, okay. There's like it looks like there's a camera person inside the curtains, and you see him dancing and doing stuff.
Yeah.
But a little behind the scenes magic. Jeff or Ryan, one of you guys. Ryan could explain this trick.
Yeah.
Pull weight.
So we talked about this. Is that like if you watch enough concerts, you do learn like some of the tricks that they do.
Yeah.
And so when I saw that there was a camera inside the curtains, I immediately remembered like the Quintet concert where they were put inside a cage and there was like a curtain around it, and then this is like, oh, they're definitely not inside. So basically what they did was like they shot half the song, like they recorded half the song, so that Akarin could go off and like change outfits for the next song. So while they were playing the song, so for everyone in the venue, we were watching it. We thought Akarin was inside the stage,
the curtain box.
Yeah, the curtain box, but she was actually like backstage changing outfits, because when it ended, she immediately popped up wearing a different outfit. So that was pretty cool.
This sounds like they prepared for it, unlike what you said. They put effort.
Yeah, I mean, of course they did.
Yeah.
So I think especially the lipstick block, I think she put in a lot of effort.
Yeah.
I was talking shit about something else, not this one, Jeff. Don't worry.
You're not gonna talk about chocolate.
Yeah, it's a Quintet. It's
the current active
Quintet
for the time being active members of Quintet.
Yeah.
And then they did a little like kind of play. Or kind of stage play with Anchu. So when we were talking about like my dream scenarios, this got to the closest of that happening. Even before the concert, just before the concert, I did like a tweet like prayer circle, double Akari unit with candles all set up around.
Oh my god, Matt! When I was watching this, I was just thinking, "Oh fuck you, Matt! You're gonna get your wish again."
I mean, well, to be fair, I didn't get all my wishes.
Yeah, but this was really close.
This was like the most like unlikely, impossible situation.
This is the most unlikely thing, and it almost happened.
It almost happened. Like Nibame no door had a better chance of this happening. But anyway, so Anchu comes out and she's like a reporter for like a newspaper, and she's like trying to get the hot scoop about like on Akarin.
Yeah. It was way too long. Remember when we were complaining about the MCs for the Loliconcert?
Yeah.
This was like that. It's like, oh my god, like And
the only even like Anju couldn't like carry it that well. Like she kind of did, so it was at first I'm like, oh, okay, it's gonna be our double Akari, but Yuki-san was there as like the third wheel.
Yeah.
Essentially blocked all my hopes and dreams. And she's the cameraman. She was the camera person.
Yeah.
And the only funny part is like she never talked, so like Anju like introduced herself, and then this is my camera person, gives her a second, and Azuma-san.
It's like, oh, what do you think, Azuma-san? Okay, she thinks it's like this.
Yeah.
So with the outfits, I thought they were gonna do something like Tengoku Yaro or something. It's like, what the hell? Why would Akarin do Tengoku Yaro? Because like. The outfits were really weird, right? Anchu was wearing like an OL outfit, suit, and then what was Yuki-tun wearing? Some like
track suit,
staff
athletic
outfit,
suit,
track suit,
But yeah.
Anyway, moving on, and some more units. When we saw like there were like the tea leaves in with the Loliconcert about like Kokona and Ayan, their kind of rivalry. We saw a bit of this with
like dueling center songs.
Yeah, dueling center songs. But Akarin got to have a duet with Kokona.
Well, yeah, because remember we talked about Akarin's toys?
Yes.
This is her favorite toy.
As evidenced by what the 10th anniversary book? Or there was a comment, right? She had a quote like when she's like talking about promoting NMB. Like,
yeah, no, it's an interview in like some magazine.
Okay.
Yeah, and she said like,
like
the future of NMB is umeyama ko na. Which is really fucked up thing to say, but I mean that's her opinion, right?
Yeah.
Ayan got her time when Milky graduated.
Yeah.
So it's now Kokona's turn.
It's kind of like the first gens are picking their favorites. Like, so I guess Kojin would have been Sayaka.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, that's true, you know.
Ray was Keiichi's. Wait, that's a little nepotism. I don't think Suzuda was Nana's.
No.
Not quite.
I mean, Nana doesn't know anyone. She graduated in 2014, man. So,
I guess Azusa was her.
Oh my god!
True.
Oh, dude, oh my god! You went there. I'm sure it's something that Nana herself wants to forget.
Biggest regret.
Yeah. Like I was reminded the other day that Nana actually when Azusa graduated, Nana actually had to say something.
Oh really?
Yeah, she apologized for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, I felt bad for Nana. It wasn't really her fault.
Yeah. So then, moving on. Then we had our, I guess, a little bit of it was kind of not really surprising.
Yeah, I mean,
they did
I was surprised in the sense that like, oh no, fuck, not again.
Yeah, this is the third time. Yeah, it's the third time Waruki was performed.
So, in the 3 concerts, the only 3 songs that were performed like consistently was like Seishun no Rap Time, Date Date, and then Waruki. What the fuck?
Wait, was Date Date in this one? I don't think Date Date.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. Okay. So it's that too.
Those two, yeah. Well, they're NMB's top songs, right? If you're an NMB fan, you have to like both of these songs, even though they've been played to death. But yeah, she had Waterine. So
yeah, and she had like the badass costume.
Yeah, this was actually interesting because she had like an original, brand new costume.
And of course, it's Akarin, right? She has to have a brand new costume.
Yep, debut new costume. Yeah, so this was completely white as opposed to the mix, the white, purple, pink,
and the pure black for Yuri.
Yeah, Ryan has to get that tidbit out. So
I mean, that's the only direction you could go, right? White. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. You could have made it purple or something. I don't know.
Well, no, they already have purple. The devil, that's already purple.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, you could only go white. I mean, making it yellow. You know what would be funny is they made it leopard print.
Well, I guess they kind of had.
No. Milky has a costume for Urusei Yatsura.
Okay.
That is leopard print.
Okay.
Maybe Miru will get the leopard print.
Yeah.
At her graduation.
You know what? Maybe she will.
Wait,
no. Does that mean we have to listen to Waruki again?
Yeah, as long as NMB exists, there'll always be Waruki. Actually, even if NMB doesn't exist, there's still gonna be Waruki because other groups are doing it now too.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, another one. Because I can imagine like Saipi in her graduation doing Waruki as well.
Yep.
And then Miru is definitely doing Waruki.
Yep.
It's like, oh my god.
Like any member who's a hint of sexy is gonna do it.
No, even Yuri did Waruki. I was like. I mean, I was happy she did it because it's a really nice costume. But I also perversely I had like this kind of pride that like she never did Waruki.
She didn't have to stoop that low.
Yeah, but she did. So okay, whatever.
You lost all respect for her at that point.
No, you know who hasn't done Waruki? Nagisa.
That's true. Yeah.
And she's probably gonna do it in her graduation. In Oryx.
It would be like the most awkward.
It would be, yeah. Or maybe she gets to do the leopard print because she's like the Osaka character, right?
I guess that's true. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Waruki happened. Then I did MC, and actually what I noticed about this, I just remembered was, so Anchi before, she was in her, suit. She changed.
Yeah, you know what? I noticed that.
Uniform.
I noticed that. It's like, wait,
the sailor uniform.
So I was like, oh, that can't be Anchu because she's back in the uniform.
Yeah,
And then,
but then
when I heard her talk,
still,
it's like, oh wait, that's fucking Anchu.
yeah, what the hell? What happened? But anyway, at this MC, they reveal that Akarin is writing a biography or a book. Not a Bible, not an I Don't Make Bible. She already did that. She already did 2 of those.
The Old Testament, the New Testament.
Yeah, so
and now this is the book of Akarin.
The book of Akarin, yeah.
The Book of Mormon.
Of latter day makeup artists. So, yeah. Did they put a release date on that?
No date, but just saying she's currently
writing it now.
And then she's not just about being an idol, but life advice that she's learned over the years.
The last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I remember that, yeah. Anyway, that's cool. I think we're still waiting for Sashi's new set list for HKT when she announced that at her graduation. And now it's like, oh, I wrote 1 song so far, or something, I think was her other thing. Anyway, yeah. That's cool. Good for Akarin. Alright, and then Ryan's both his greatest moment of the show and also worst moment of the show happened.
Oh, yeah.
Quintet is back again.
No, I was happy because they did the Quintet overture, right? I mean, at this point, So at this point, it wasn't a because they announced and on the first song, right, that graduates will be coming back in this concert.
Yeah.
So you kind of knew that, okay, then definitely Yuri is gonna show up, right? And then they did the Quintet overture. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, fuck yeah, Quintet, let's go.
As soon as the overture started, me and Jeff we're sitting literally on the opposite side of the stadium as you.
So I was sitting behind the stage, and Matt and Jeff were on the complete opposite side in front of the stage.
And we saw some blue lights light up right in front of us. Oh, Ryan talking to me already. Which also, I guess, as just kind of some background with this whole concert. So generally, all the pin lights were pink for most of the show.
It was weird, right? Everything was pink. I was surprised. Actually.
There was no communication, but because I think we usually with graduation concerts or whatever, there's always the committee or whatever will have out flyers and. Tell everyone, okay, on this song, change it to this color. During the encore, say this and change it to this color. But I guess this year, because of Corona or whatever, so you guys were saying the staff.
So I talked to the head of all NMB communities, and I asked him hey, why didn't you guys do anything with Akarin concert? That's kind of sucked. And then he was like, well, we tried. And any proposal that we made was rejected by NMB management. They couldn't do anything. Even so in Yuri concert, right? You had the committee members going around the different sections, telling people, okay, this block is this color, this block is this color, because we wanted to make the rainbow, right?
Yeah.
And they were even told by management that they couldn't do that because you don't want spittle coming out and spreading the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is because of the situation in the world right now.
Yep. But still, I'm kind of impressed that at least everyone somehow, unwrittenly, was able to okay, I think we're all gonna use pink because that's Akarin's color.
And it's also because it's so Akarin herself is so obviously pink that there is no doubt, right? With Milky or Sayaka or Yuri or whatever. I mean, I guess Yuri it's not even well known that she likes blue, right? It's always like that. But Akarin is super obvious that she likes pink, so everyone's okay, let's do pink. But I think this is what Matt was trying to say is that during Quintet, that's when people started changing pen light colors.
Changed the blue, yeah. And I think a lot of the colors were a lot of blue, and it's because it's such a contrast from the pink. It's very easy to see where all the Yurioshis were.
All the Yurioshis came to this concert expecting to see Yuri.
Yeah.
They're the most prepared.
And then on top of that,
hey, I resemble that remark.
Yeah, but on top of that, also, I guess there's way more girl fans at this concert than the other 2 concerts. You guys said or heard something about how the arena, half the arena was only girls.
Yeah, so apparently, half of everything was the girl section. and like the other half was the normal.
Normal, yeah.
Which was fucking annoying because like you have girls in the normal section too.
Yeah.
So we were out, and that's why like there was no way for any of us to win arena because the girls were winning arena.
I think also when like me and Jeff were going into the like just outside the hall and going in, like, oh, I know, it's like, oh wow, there's a lot of girls here, like more than usual. Like NMB, is already popular with girls, but I think it's like I just noticed that way more girls coming out outside. I mean, we had this discussion too, like when Yuri left. Like, I guess I wonder how many girls are going to be sticking around. Now Akari is leaving.
I think,
and soon Saipi.
Yeah, I mean, not to go into the philosophical discussion early, but I think it's gonna be hard for them to stick around. Like, there's like, especially with the Akarin girls, it's because like they like Akarin as the fashion icon, right? It's not like they like idols in general. So it's gonna be hard, I think.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So then, so Quintet happened. They did one song, and that was it. no MC. So that's where like Ryan's like disappointment is like, what? Wait.
It's like she walked towards them.
Maybe the song was like 2 or 3 minutes long, and then that was it. Like, what the hell? You made Yuri travel all this way just for that?
She was there yesterday.
I know. So I was trying to pretend that it's a separate concert.
Yeah, like I say, she had a Shinkansen to catch at like 8 o'clock or whatever to get back to Tokyo. Yeah. So then moving on from that, then we had another kind of graduated member fan service moment with Nande and then Idol, and on top of that, so I had Kirishita Haruna and Kanakichi.
This one was really pretty cool because they got like the YouTubers together, and then
the NMB YouTubers.
Yeah,
which maybe explains why we had such an influx of YouTubers like in the past like 2-3 months.
Just for this song.
Just for this song.
We should explain. Okay, yeah, like why the hell like Miru have a YouTube now and like Saipi have a YouTube.
And it was kind of fun because they did Nande and Idol with the original centers, which is Kanakichi and Haruna, and what they did was like they interviewed like all the YouTubers, like all the NMB YouTubers. And it was pretty fun, right? And you can note, and you know what? Kind of sad though because like Kanakichi and Haruna were like so good at MCs that like it makes me sad that like no one is like as good as they are.
Yeah, I mean the closest one is maybe Nagisa.
But Nagisa's a different kind though.
Oh, okay.
She's like the funny kind. This is like the like let's move on kind. Anyways, so they were doing they were interviewing the YouTubers, and it was kind of fun at the start because it was like, Miru, oh hey Miru, you have a YouTube channel, what do you do? Oh, you keep just talking about like dirty shit. and then like, and next is Saipi. Oh Saipi, oh you're so pretty, blah blah blah. And then when it got to Anchu, it was like, oh, what's your name again?
I know you.
and then like, oh yeah, games and whatever. But I think like Anchu's was really funny because like her whole like setup was like she's wearing like the headset, gaming headset.
She looked like a gamer, right?
Gamer minus the DX Racer chair. She had the DX Racer chair, and it's just like rolling around on the stage. That would have been amazing, but probably just too hard, like logistics wise.
Yeah. And like with the green screen in the background and everything.
Yeah, it's like they have like 2 staffs or 2 other members like holding it behind her.
and then after Anchu, it got way more awkward because like the other girls, like literally, like Kanakichi and Haru did not know any of them.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's like, oh, what's your name?
Haruna's only comment for Sad Haru was like, oh, we have the same nickname.
It was always, it's out, and like, unfortunately, like Kinoshita Haruna, right? She has a way of talking where it kind of sounds she's patronizing you.
Yeah.
So when she was like interviewing like Sadharu or like Amirun or whatever, right? Oh, you're doing that. Oh, that sounds cool.
That's cute. Good for you.
Yeah, exactly. Good for you. And I don't know if she was doing it on purpose, right? It just sounded so weird.
So then after that, we go back to Akarin's playthings. This is more like her, like, I don't know, secondhand toys, I guess, or like the Woody to the Coconut's Buzz Lightyear, I guess.
Oh my god. So this is the Do Me Dirty unit.
And so they did Candy with Rei-chan and Ayan.
Yeah.
So it is a lot starch, but yeah.
In general, there's nothing wrong with Akarin doing a unit with Rei-chan and Ayan, right? Because they're the future of NMB, whatever. But it like, I don't know why. I mean, obviously, like, you listening to this, or Matt and Jeff probably have like different opinions. But for me, it really felt like, let's just get this over with. Come on. Because like she did like something special with like Mikana and Suchan, right? And then she did something special like with Kokona. And then like, okay, I have to do Ayan too, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think Candy is as special of a song for Akarin.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's not at all, right? And
like, she just picked a random like kind of sexy,
cute song.
Cute, sexy song.
Is it really sexy? Is it, or is it just the lyrics? If you're
the lyrics are dirty.
Everybody kiss, everybody suck.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So and there was nothing special to it, right? There was no special gimmick. It was just, let's sing.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm going to admit, right? Maybe I am looking too much into it, but after watching 3 concerts, like, one thing that I noticed is like how fucking awful they are to Rei-chan right now. Because she's supposedly Lapis Arch, right? And front member or whatever, but they're not giving her anything.
Yeah.
Like in the Loliconcert, like Mikana was like way more prominent than Rei-chan. Like fucking Kato was more prominent than Rei-chan. Anyways.
Moving on. Then, some more other side songs. And then we got to Kojirin's letter.
Wait. Before we do that, did you notice that Zion was in Nagiki's?
No.
Apparently she was. I saw some photos.
But she's so tiny, I mean, it's really hard to find her sometimes.
Yeah, but... Yeah, so there were actually some 7th gen sprinkled here and there in some units.
I think in Moso Girlfriend there were 7 gens too. Anyways.
Yeah, that's the one interesting point. Zion is there.
Yeah.
So then we get to the part where Kojirin wrote a letter to
No, opposite.
Oh my god! I keep on
you keep saying this, Matt. Like, this is like the 3rd time you probably
can't read like directionals, or I keep on messing up. So a letter to Kojirin from Akarin.
Yeah.
I think it's also like going along with the whole like patterns with NMB concerts. He knows a lot of the same tricks, and so this happened to Yuri. This happened to they have not IDs, right?
ID wrote a letter
to Yuri
at Yuri Grad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they did Tomodachi.
Yeah, they did Tomodachi. And that's exactly what they did here.
Yeah, I looked at Matt and said, oh, it's going to be Tomodachi.
I did it too. I was talking to Takumi. I was like, oh, they're probably going to be doing Tomodachi here. And they did Tomodachi. And I don't know, like I never saw like Akarin and Kojirin as being really good friends, but they're singing Tomodachi together. They must be friends.
It's like work.
Yeah, work buddy. And I think we always kind of talked about this, even like when Kojirin was like decided as the new captain by Sayaka. It was like, okay, yeah, she's gonna be like the captain on paper, but Akarin is like the real like captain, the shadow captain, like the puppet master.
Yeah. And it is true. Like, I mean, everyone recognized it, right? Like we were. I think even when we were talking about it, when Kojirin was decided to be the captain, and we were saying that everyone knows that like Akarin is the true captain.
Yeah. So yeah. Then next,
tears were shed.
Yeah, it definitely is really like the feels were happening. Then next, Hoshizora no Caravan happened.
Yeah, we can skip that.
I just want to thank Akari for picking this.
It's the etc unit, right, Matt? We agree on that.
It's a very important song.
I mean, I agreed with you, and then I noticed Anshu actually was in this unit too. It's like, okay, I have to actually pay attention to this for once.
Didn't you say it was your bathroom break?
I was going, oh yeah, it's my bathroom break. Oh, he said like, oh, he's in there. I'm like, okay, this is time to get up. And then I saw Anshu. I'm like, oh, crap.
There were a couple of 7th gens in this too, actually. Anju and Mighty.
Oh.
Yeah. It's kind of that one's like kind of even harder, I think, because the costumes they are wearing for this.
They're wearing
hats and winter gear.
Clothes, so it's hard to see.
I mean, dude, I can't tell some seventh gens apart. Like, if you showed me like a picture of you Nana or whatever, right? I couldn't tell you who she was.
Yeah, that's fair. But you know Mighty.
You know Mighty.
Well, if she opens her mouth, I will know who she is.
I keep on forgetting like Budget Wakapon.
Who's Budget Wakapon? Wakanyan?
No, yeah, no.
Koharu.
Koharu is Budget Wakapon?
Yeah, it looks kind of like Wakapon. And
we had discount Amemaru.
Yeah, discount Amemaru Fua. Yeah. But yeah, that's enough of that. That's enough commentary on 7-Gen. Yeah. Next, this is probably like the big hype moment, but kind of it was executed in a very weird fashion.
I think it was done in exactly the way they wanted to do it.
Yeah, I think kind of felt kind of weird, kind of awkward. So at first it's like Zipper, but solo version. Like, okay, it also makes sense because Akarin's kind of pretty much taken over the song. She even did like a music video for the song on her YouTube channel. But the way you could see like it coming a mile away what was going to happen. So she's doing it, and like about halfway through the song, she's like climbing on top of the platforms on the main stage. But in a very awkward, but also really obvious, like, direction. So she walks on the 3 steps, and then the 4th one rises up, and she steps on that. And then in the middle, there's a middle platform, and that one's still down. I'm like, oh, okay. Some people are going to pop out of that. And they were Keiichi and Milky. And there was much rejoicing.
The original members.
About halfway through the song.
Yeah.
But I guess besides, like, the whole, like, physical, like, flag, oh yeah, okay, they're gonna show up. I guess you guys are also saying that, it's like, oh, she's wearing her original Zipper color. The yellow? Pink? Blue?
No, it's blue, yeah.
Blue, okay.
Well, not super blue. It's like between blue and pink. Purple, I guess? Anyways,
Indigo.
Whatever. It was magenta. No, it was...
Not, fuck you.
No, it was...
That's the trigger.
So she was dancing, like, and then at first I was like, oh, she's doing a solo, because, she's done solo before anyways, right?
Yeah.
And, she even has a music video with like 5 billion views on it.
Yeah.
And I turned to my friend I was sitting with him, was like, that would be really fucked up, because like the original members are here.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know because like they were there in the first song, right? So we know that Milky and Keiichi are in this concert. And when the stage started moving up, right? It's like, oh, okay, like Milky and Keiichi are definitely hiding inside that, and they were.
They were, yes.
It's pretty cool. I really enjoyed it.
So, do we talk about?
Do you want to talk about Gemini?
The only thing was like Rika T and
Momone
decided to create a unit for themselves called Gemini, spelled with a J.
Yeah, I noticed the J. It's like, what the fuck? So close yet so far.
Probably if you spell it normally, it would like overlap with everything else.
Yeah.
Or like the Will Smith movie.
Yeah, Gemini Man.
Gemini Man.
Oh, is that it? So it's they're cool now. They use J instead of G. And this actually, I saw a news article about this, because they were talking about like how Nagisa was so good at MCs, and this was the Quintet Sama part.
Yeah,
that was
like
funny.
Momone's. Yeah, Momone is like talks about Quintet and it's like, oh, Quintet San, and Nagisa's like, oh no, you mean Quintet Sama, and just completely like.
Momone had no.
Yeah.
and I think it's a bit between Momone and Nagisa anyway. So it's that like Nagisa is always mean to Momone. So it's like Quintet San, no Quintet Sama. Just like really, I found that really hilarious. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So next, this is like became like we're about to get into like the feels block of the show, and they kicked it off with Hajime Tenahoshi. I mean, that song just always gives me feels like the opening line always like sends chills down my
like the solo
spine,
part, right? It's so cool.
Yeah, and then how it drops, the beat drops, and then goes to the full song. Yeah. Cool. But while this was going on, they were showing clips on the screens of like audition and like baby Akarin, kind of like her early years and NMB, and as she was like getting started. giving me a lot of like kind of a lot of feels, and also kind of reminding me, okay, this kind of looks like reminds me of Bokudate Nai Chao Yo. Some of the clips I think were the exact same clips from Bokudate Nai Chao Yo's music video,
except they cropped out.
But instead of it, they cropped out Sayaka because Akarin was also in those clips, but she was in the background, so it kind of like zoomed in on the background of those scenes.
It's how like Sayaka has always been like the main character of like everything NMB, right? And Akarin's always then, like the side character.
The side character, yeah.
But now it's her turn.
But yeah, speaking of Bokudate Nai Chao Yo, they actually did Bokudate Nai Chao Yo, the song, and continued with more old clips, but Akarin version instead of the Sayaka version. And then they even did like the whole like her running under all the members, like the London Bridges shit. Yeah.
And the cameraman also ran.
Yeah, like running backwards. Oh my god, man.
Good shot.
Yeah. So that was definitely good. And then next song they also did was also Hit the Fields. Yeah. Was #Skinanda.
Nice bonus.
Nice bonus, yeah. And this is significant because it's her first Senbatsu, Senkyo Senbatsu with from AKB. Of the official Senkyo, if you're a fan, you don't count the Kohaku Senkyo.
Also is the last great
AKB song.
There are no great AKB songs since like 2014 or something.
Yeah, even that's pushing it. I say 2012.
When was KFC?
2013.
Oh, okay, so not even 2014 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But also
other than teacher
before this,
that's like
fuck you. So they were already like in a slump, and then when teacher hit, they're like, okay,
buried them.
Now like, it's been dead. And yeah, but also I guess before they actually did Skinanda, they were showing clips of like previous Senkyos, and it's like, oh, okay, Tanagari.
That's so weird, right? They showed Airi and Joe to basically say, oh, look at these idiots getting in, and Akarin didn't get in. Right? Because if you showed like Sayaka or whoever, right, it would be okay, and?
So, and you see like then clips of like Akarin crying over those. So yeah, that's kind of get the history, the kind of background with why this song was selected. And then they did Pink Iro no Seikai, and that's just because it had pink in the title.
Yeah, that's basically it.
That's not Roy Word, that's Roy Word. Forget that song. Then they did Hatsukoi Shijo Shuji. So they're like kind of like in this weird like graduation song, like medley.
Co-opting them.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's okay with the song because this song is really good. So I was happy with it. But I was not happy because it was only like the half version. There wasn't enough whoa-whoa-whoas.
I did like this was with basically every member.
Yeah.
And then they were all wearing the new red and white outfit.
So yeah, I've been thinking like, so it's like a brand new
It is a
brand
new outfit
series.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I thought the like giant circle at the end was really cool.
Yeah, with all the members circling them. And then also with all the members, next song was Mikazuki no Senaka. With all the members. And I think the significant thing with this is not so much about Akari, it's about our friend Misaki. So, and like we noticed her like screw up. Like I was like telling you guys like before, like in between the last concert and this, like yeah, she's screwing up in the peak and like previous other songs. And you're like, okay, and I put that thought in you guys' mind, but you guys probably didn't really think of anything about it. Mm-hmm. And then you guys saw it for yourselves. Jeff was looking through his binoculars and he sees like some girl like run across the stage from one edge of the screen, straight stage to like the middle or wherever. And Ryan also saw that. And I saw it from the blind eye.
And the thing is, like, I didn't know who it was. It was like, oh god, yeah. That girl's fucked now.
She was out of position and running back.
And then when she got into the right position, you're like completely lost. Like, what step are we on? What move are we doing? And she's like looking to her right side, looking at the other member next to her. But
yeah,
and it's like, I feel so bad for her.
Yeah,
and oh my god, she's gonna get hell from Akira Sensei.
Yeah. I was telling you guys, I look forward to the episode of the documentary about this.
How late does documentary go? I thought it was like already all shot.
No.
Are they still like they still shoot?
They're running out of. It always happens to every single generation. They run out of stuff to show. So
from the audition.
Yeah, I mean, they're already done with the audition. They already did Shonichi actually. So
I mean, I think the past documentaries have gone from like when they're auditioned to like kind of their first big concert, right?
Yeah.
which usually there's a bit more time between that, usually, right?
Yeah.
not one fucking month. So in a way, I do feel bad for Misaki, just because like you got pushed right into the deep end, and you've been barely in the groove for a month.
And it's not like she has dance experience, right? So,
but she's really smart.
She can speak English.
Because she speaks English, right?
Which maybe not to focus on her too much, but maybe if she's not good at dancing and singing, hopefully she might have some variety.
I don't know, man. Her blogs suck, for example. So
she's 12. Give her some time.
Yeah. Hasn't learned all 2,000 kanji or whatever. I haven't learned all 200 kanji yet. So. All right, and then
that was the end of the main part. Actually.
Main part, okay. And then the longest encore in the history of encores happened. It took like damn near 30 minutes, seemingly. I'm not sure. I took a bathroom break early. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be kind of short because previous encores haven't been that long. But this went so long, and people were getting tired of clapping or banging their
non-bats.
So
I was with my friend, right, and he was telling me like, oh shit, like should I go because like I might not make it to the next to the song because he wanted to see the graduation song. Yeah, but he said he wanted to go. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, I'll just go to the bathroom. And then he went to the bathroom. He comes back, and it was still fucking going on. And we were like, at first I was like, clapping together with everyone. It's like, oh, this is way too long. I just pulled out my phone and started like, looking at Twitter.
Yeah, the only like silver lining to this is like we weren't actually yelling encore or NMB or Akarin or whatever.
You're not allowed to do it.
So at least our throats were saved. Yeah. But now we know why it took so long, and it's because in addition to having the longest encore of all encores, she also had the biggest dress of all graduation dresses.
This is like insane though. It was like I'm Yoshida Akari and you need to look at me.
And then, like, as soon as it showed up, Matt started cracking up.
It's this, like, giant-ass, like, blob or whatever of a dress.
I think because I was, like, right behind them, right?
So you're behind her, yeah.
I mean, I could tell it was a dress. But I guess if you're further away, right, it's like, what the fuck is that?
It's much more bigger in scale or whatever. And I'm like, this Jabba the Hutt looking motherfucker. Laughing the whole time. And then she gave a really long-ass speech that was like probably like 10 minutes, 15 minutes long because Akarin likes to talk a lot. But ultimately, I just couldn't stop thinking about this dress.
And it's like a super serious speech and she's crying. And Matt is the only guy like cracking up. There's like other people around us crying.
The thing is like, we will talk about this later though, but it actually gets way worse.
Or way better, I guess. I don't know.
Depends on your perspective.
Yeah. So after she finishes that and does her solo song, the new solo song, Ichibanski Nakana, they remove the dress because basically she could not move in this dress. She was basically locked in place. And they remove it from her. She kind of walks out of it or steps out of it, I think, from the shadows. Yeah. And then as she walks to the substage, you can still see it's still dark on the main stage, but I start seeing like the dress like slowly moving off the stage. Like it's like some like it's gained like sentience or whatever and started like crawling off on its own. Like some like amoeba looking thing. And I thought that was like the second part. I just started losing my shit again.
And then they did like the most heartbreaking song in all of NMB. Oh, okay.
No, thank you. That's not actually
do that first then.
Well, they did that during while moving.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I was getting really distracted while they were doing it because this like this really awesome song, right? And there's like like all the graduates were standing on the substage, and then the other members were on the main stage, and then Akarin was like moving towards the death or whatever, and then there's like the fucking dress moving.
Yeah, that's Sotsugo Ryoko.
Yeah. They're probably like one of the like most touching renditions of it.
Yeah, I think they did really well.
It's like real heavy-handed though with what they're like the message trying to deliver.
Yeah, you know what? Usually, I really dislike heavy-handed gimmicks. It was like, yeah, of course, I'm gonna make you cry, and I usually don't like it when they do that. But I think this was really appropriate, and like it was like, the graduates were on the sub stage, and then the other members, like the current members, are on the main stage. And then Akarin was like basically walking away from the current members towards the graduated members.
Actually, I think the stage setup was basically decided by this song. Like they wanted to have this
giant ass dress take up one stage and then have everyone else on the other stage.
Yeah, so then it was an interesting setup that you usually don't see. It's like 2 stages and with like a walkway dividing the arena in half.
Like Sonic did that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as...
It was outdoors, so it didn't like completely cut off, did it?
No, it didn't.
No.
Yeah, so this is the only time that they've done this. Usually they have it in the middle, not towards the end.
Yeah.
So basically the idea is that, like, Akarin is leaving current NMB to be with, the dear departed members. And then she's leaving Miru behind. And she said something after the whole thing, right? She said something like I thought like really touching, was that, she's done Sotsugyoroko so many times now, and she's always like, sent off someone. And she's always said, like, it felt really bad, like, she's always crying, like sending someone off. But then now she's like the one being sent off, and it's like such a weird feeling. And she's like, she knows how it feels on the other side. And like she says she's like so sorry to Miru because she's gonna be leaving Miru alone.
But it's also like and it's like her and the rest of the graduates are like the Grim Reaper, all wearing like the robes and like pointing. Like,
so don't worry, Miru. We'll come back for you.
See you in 2021.
Which is, I guess, it was really nice.
Okay. Yeah, so that definitely was like, okay, that's kind of the last big punch, I think. Well, last big punch, like, for the nostalgia fan service moment.
Yeah, and
then we got the long
ass
message
letters,
from Miru, from Miru
yes.
to Akarin. Okay,
yes.
not to Akarin, not to Miru, from Akarin.
Yes.
Yeah,
basically Miru wrote...
What's the TLD in NJ? Too lazy no Nihongo Jozu or whatever.
Basically, Miru like just reminisced about how they first met in auditions, and like have grown up. Miru is the youngest first gen, and then so everyone else felt like an older sister, but Akarin was the closest in age. So those two have always been close. So just and then Kojin also just like thanks her for everything she's done for the group, as the shadow captain, producer. So
yeah, and
more tears were shed.
Yeah,
Chihi was in the corner bawling her eyes out.
that Jeff had mentioned that.
Yeah, he just had to say
it. Okay, and then they did the last song, Yume ni Iro Kanai Ryu. And this was like kind of like where like the nightmare dress reached like its final form. So she returned to the dress on the main stage, like climbed into it or whatever. And then it started like blowing up, like expanding, blowing up. And I guess you had like a different perspective from your angle, right?
Yeah.
Because you saw it from behind.
Yeah, because like so I was looking at Akarin, right, and didn't really notice it, but like, and my friend just like, look at the stage, and it was like fucking like her dress was like exploding basically.
Exploding and like spreading across like some kind of like plague or whatever. I thought it was like a lighting effect, but then I saw like, oh wait, it's like actually hanging over the stage. Yeah. It's not. It's like it's 3D. Not
so
2D.
So the trick that I actually could see the trick is that there was like ropes on the sides, and then like the staff were pulling it. So
as they raise their queen up,
and then so the thing is like peasants. You thought that was it, right? It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like her dress is huge.
I think it was cool. I think it was kind of gross and creepy.
Yeah, whatever. But then, and you thought that was it, right? But no, that wasn't it.
No, they take it to the next level.
It just like started like rising to the heavens, and like the dress was like fucking Moby Dick.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, or no, it's basically becoming like this mountain.
It's like,
Yeah,
Akari-san?
mountain, and so Akarin-san, as I like to call it, because it literally did look like a mountain. Like even like the color of her, like the top part of her dress, like was like white.
Snow-capped.
Yeah, snow-capped mountain.
But the thing is, like, so on TV it probably looked really cool, right? But like if you were in the venue, like me personally, like the only thing I could think of was like, oh shit, I hope she doesn't fall down.
Yeah, there's like a lot of moving parts.
And
like,
it's fabric, right? Yeah. It's huge fabric. Like you don't know how it's gonna move.
Is it gonna get like caught on something and then like rip it off or pull her off? Because she's going super high. Like if she went any higher, she would like banged her head against like the monitor up top.
It was exactly. It was crazy high. What the hell? She's probably higher than like the stand people, right?
And then because it couldn't just get more ridiculous, she went back down into her dress and got consumed completely. That was her exit. Because they went, okay, well she's all the way up. How's she gonna get down? But yeah, she went down into her dress.
Got sucked up by sucked into the dress.
And so the concert finished, and then people started like wanting to do like a double encore, but because it took so long for her to get out of the dress and like get to the microphone and do the Kageana or Shimeana.
And she shut that down.
Double encore. Yeah. She shut that down, yeah. And that was Akarin's grad concert. Any last thoughts or takes about it? I guess it seems like it was a good graduation concert. I think it was better than Yuri's grad concert.
Well, I think
in terms of like recent big graduation concerts.
Yeah, I think that I would agree. But then it's also because she's a first gen. So then she can pull out all the stops,
all the tricks,
bringing first gens back.
Yeah. Well, Yuri was able to summon like an AKB member.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and get Riripon to hang out in the stands.
I think if Riripon actually showed up on stage, it would have been much better.
Yeah, but we're thinking like, okay, this is like probably the last of like the big kind of graduations because like
until Miru,
but even then, like in the current state of NMB, the near future of NMB is not going to be like you're not going to get Kyo's at Cerodome. That'd be the last time that you get something big, but I don't think we don't see it happening.
Yeah, I mean. I think so. I think this is we talked about this when Akarin announced her graduation. And I think it really is like, the end of an era for NMB. Where, like, the last trump card is basically Miru's graduation, right? Because, like, Saipi is gonna go to the Oryx Graveyard. And Nagisa's probably gonna be Oryx Graveyard too.
Yeah, depending on timing and also,
and luck.
I luck. Could see her maybe getting Kobe World, but that seems
if it was like part of our series of concerts, maybe. But if it's like a separate concert, right? It's gonna be Oryx. But yeah, I think like someone at like Akarin's level could get Osaka Joe Hall, right? And Miru is probably gonna be Osaka Joe Hall as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Like when we talked about like Kyocera Dome or whatever, I just think it's really unlikely. And we talked about it, like where, like if
with the Loliconcert,
with the Loliconcert part, right? If unless someone in the Loliconcert like explodes somehow, some magical way, right? Like Ayan becomes some fashion leader, Kokona becomes
or Mikana,
Mikana becomes whatever, right? It's like someone over there, right? Like becomes like I mean, I don't even know. Like, I don't even ask for like being Sayaka level famous, right? But like, you have to be that famous to be able to do like these big concerts, right? It's kind of blasphemous to say like, oh, you need someone as popular as like Sayaka or as Milky, right, or as Akarin, but you actually do. So if like Ayan and Kokona and Mikana and Suchan or whoever cannot become that popular, then we're consigned to being Umeda Club Quattro or something.
Yeah. Wow. Or Namba Hatch.
Yeah, and that's gonna be our peak, right? Zep Namba.
Namba Big Cat.
Right? Yeah. Shinsai Bashi Big Cat.
Zep,
It's like 800 people. And that's gonna be like the ultimate, like, becoming chick idols, which is fucked up. I hope not.
Yeah, I think they would disband before that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think that's just going to do it for the Akarin Grad concert report, and I guess all the rest of our coverage of the 10th anniversary concert series. Thanks everyone for listening. Let us know your thoughts in the comments about so Loliconcert / Next Generation concert and Akarin's Grad concert. What were your favorite moments from those shows? What things did you like or didn't like? Maybe your perspectives, like if you're not so much of an old OG NMB fan, what I think it's nice to see like a newer fan perspective. Like maybe I'll go, oh, so that's like the person that's like Sayaka I heard about so much. But thanks for listening, and y'all have a great day. I'll see you later with a regular episode of NMB Takoyaki Party. Peace.